Wah, 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 wah. Some cold shit going on out here in this world. Hello. Hey, hey. How y'all doing this out there in this lovely world today? It's a beautiful day out here and where I'm at. And I could be in many places because I'm in many places at many times. But check it out. It's been a hell of a week. Last time I seen you was last Tuesday, and ever since then, the a lot of shit has changed. Some shit didn't went down, and when the shit it didn't hit the fan, we got people breaking out of jails. We got police officers running into people, folding the folding the pole across over, wrapping it around the car. We have Brock Purdy just scored 100 and I think 86 million guaranteed dollars from the 49ers at an average of 53.5 million dollars per year. 53.5 million dollars per year. Now that's a pay raise, and he was just about to only earn 1 million this year. They rewarded him for getting to the Super Bowl, making it to the championship game twice, and saving Shanahan's and John Lynch's job because they reached in that COVID year for Trey Lance. And Trey Lance didn't lance out. And they took a pick that they had and was supposed to turn into gold, supposed to be possible Hall of Famer, and it turned into a trash pick. So that's what that is about. $53 million, seventh highest average salary in the NFL by a quarterback. It's number 7. And those who's getting paid less than him is Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and somebody else. And maybe I think Dak Prescott, I think. No, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert is making less money than Brock Purdy is now. And Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls, won one. So we're going to see what Purdy about to do because hopefully nobody be injured this year. Because the whole team broke down on this man last year. We have receivers holding out. We had a receiver shot in the chest. We had another receiver looked like he was aging and to be honest, he started like dropping balls. Then he go to the media talking about it ain't him. And they dropped the game winner. And he dropped another one. So, sometimes just keep your mouth shut and just perform. Now Debo is in Washington now. So that's how the game goes. You flap off at the mouth too much in the NFL, they get rid of your ass when they think you can't produce anymore. So let's see if Debo is the secret sauce to get Washington over the hump with the youngster to add today receiving core. Terry McLaurin, who is nice, and Dimani Brown. I think he came from the U. And then I think Crowder's still there. Somebody, but they got a not too bad. of a team. Not too bad, but it seems that the big talk. We're gonna talk to some NBA real quick because we got an unexpected Final Four of the NBA in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Nobody thought, except for New York Knicks fans, that the Knicks was going to be going for a chance to go to the championship, the finals, and the Eastern Conference Finals. People wasn't thinking that. Nobody but New York Knicks fans. Don't come out here talking about unless you could prove it that you put it on video or on one of these social media platforms that you picked the Knicks to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you're not a New York Knicks fan. I want to hear somebody from Boston that picked New York. I want to hear a Laker fan that said, you know what? Shit, boy, you see the way how they playing? Them Knicks, there's somebody you got to worry about. They going to make it. No, everybody was hollering Boston. And if it wasn't Boston, it was Cleveland. And then you got Indiana Pacers. Now we got an old 1990s, used to be a high score of 85 game about to break out. When they going to average at least 15 more points. So it's going to be a Tyrese Halliburton and fourth quarter Burner Brunson. That boy starts off cool and then he gets hot. Jalen Brunson gets on fire in the fourth quarter. That boy is something else. And I guess Karl-Anthony Towns going to show up. Is Siakam going to back him out? They got some other dude out there in Indiana. What's his name? Nembhard. This is the name. It sounds like a superhero. Nembhard. You know what I'm saying? Coming through. Here's Nembhard. But you know, that's on the East. Now we go to the Western Conference, where it's Ant-Man, the 6th seed. Very unexpected. Nobody thought it was going to be Ant-Man. And who? The number 1 seed, Oklahoma City Thunder. Shane Gilgeous Gilchrist Alexander. The guy from, I think, where he from, like Canada or something? He out there. So, Oklahoma scores a lot of points. Minnesota scores a lot of points. Minnesota, they play defense, but Oklahoma is some defense. They can really play. Oklahoma just been tested by knocking out the former champs in Denver Nuggets. It's not the former championship squad, but for somehow, Jokic only took 9 shots. Jokic only took 9 shots for the game. All right. Okay. All right. We gonna leave that alone. But and then what's his name? It's gonna be there. So they're Minnesota. You got Julius Randle, who got kicked out the Lakers so they could grab LeBron. And he's coming into form. He's rounding out. They beat the Warriors without Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. He did what he tried, but the Warriors, as some people say, Lady McFly says that she was talking bad about you, Jimmy. She was saying that you playing soft. You was looking like you was scared to fire. And you like you wasn't Hemi Butler. You was M Butler. You, you was pump faking. You wasn't out there doing what you were supposed to do, Jimmy Butler. You were supposed to take it and go in the paint, bang on them niggas, get fouls, calls, dish to open man. But you was playing timid. You were timid. You know, you wasn't out there doing it like you was a savage. You know, but as we go on, I'm keep on talking about SGA and Minnesota. Now, SGA can score on anybody. He's been averaging about 30 points. He was 30 plus in the season. I think he's going to get the MVP. He's the number one player on the number one team, and they go by him. He keeps them because I've been watching him. I done lost money though. You know what I'm saying? This playoffs, I've been treated bad on this price picks. I'm about to stop picking players. Just gonna go with teams. Just gonna go with teams. Stop fucking with these players and these props. Because it ain't working. It ain't working. It ain't working. I do need some studying. You know what I mean? But it ain't working. I ain't winning. So why keep throwing my shit away if it ain't no profit? So need to leave it alone. See if I can get it back. Part of business expenses for doing the Booster Take show. Maybe that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe so. But we gonna get into that at another time. And as I was talking and keep on, we gonna go back to Minnesota and SGA. Whoever get it, three out of the four teams, three of them never won the title in their franchise history. Indiana Pacers never won the title. Reggie Miller didn't do it. Minnesota, Kevin Garnett didn't do it. OKC, Kevin Durant and Westbrook didn't do it. So, or it's the New York Knicks going to do something they ain't did in 53 years. 53 years. They ain't won the title since 1973. 1973, people. You got to understand that. So, we're going to see what happens with that and how that's going to do. And we're going to see. The Eastern Conference starts on Wednesday. I'm not too sure. I think the Western Conference starts. Let's see, when does the Western Conference final start? But before I tell you that, we gonna gotta talk about Giannis. Says he has two teams he think he might want to play for. And if it's really true, he's either gonna go to and I doubt that will happen. I don't see it. Talking about New York or even a wild one, the Brooklyn Nets. I don't see Giannis going to Brooklyn Nets. And why would he go to the Knicks if the Knicks is already getting to where they going? And that would blow their cap up, and they gonna have to get rid of. So it don't make sense to me. I don't. I don't think so. I have to call that just shit. Motherfuckers just want you to click on their website like I just did. But I want to talk about what's going on in this crazy ass world that we got on down here. I'm gonna wait till some of the guys get to talk about your guy, Mr. Glistening. But we're gonna talk about this situation out there in New Orleans where these guys just escaped. Like they was got inspired by the TV show Prison Break. You know, these guys dug a hole in the wall behind the toilet and got out of there. But they now got 4. Police arrest the 4th escapee from the New Orleans prisons. So the 7 escaped. And 4 is still at large. So if 4 is still at large 7 hours ago. So let's see. We got some breaking news on that shit. But these fools that broke out, coerced the plan amongst each other, came together, and was working, putting in work. How was they? I want to know, how was they getting through there without making noise? What tools was they using? Because you know they was using wire from the beds or something. Well, how was they using to be able to dig and get that shit up out of there? They were slick. But the dude who got caught up, my guy, what made you grab a phone, log in your Instagram account, and say, hey, I'm fresh out? For real? For real? For real, though. Motherfuckers be doing some weird shit. I guess the world we in, you gotta get clout and let everybody know. But you escaped. You ain't supposed to be nowhere. Now, they didn't up the price on y'all heads to 20,000. Wow. Who gonna tell on them? How soon it's gonna be before one of their family members or that girl they think is down with them gonna go to the authority? So play a little something. Hold on. We gonna play a little something in here, but that was not the right thing. How I just, because it's funny to me. Hey, Tycoon, how you doing?
I'm chilling, man. What's good?
I was just about to express on how funny it is to me that these cats in this New Orleans who broke out of the jail from behind the toilet, I'm just like, I'm wondering what tools they use to not make noise that loud to where nobody can hear that they've been working. Because that's what I be doing. Nigga, I'm
Well,
stroking.
well, you already know. I mean, you gotta think about it too. It's different now, and I mean, a lot of that started even with us when we was younger. But and I ain't been locked up in a minute, but it's different in there now. Niggas is beating on the bed frames all night, making beats, and you know what I'm saying is different. They have music playing, just like I said. All the jails be understaffed. So then when you look at it like that too, it's like they not really in there watching them like that. They even said that on the news too. That number one, they think it was an inside job, that they had some help from an officer or somebody, so they doing an investigation. But also that they wasn't even watching the cameras. So somebody
Mm.
getting in trouble for that period, yeah, because the police wasn't even watching the cameras.
But it's
So
all on the the footage got released to the news.
yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that it's supposed to be somebody.
Somebody just happened to walk away or went to the bathroom at the time.
Yeah, like somebody is supposed to have been there monitoring the whole time. So this is like anything else. People be doing different. They be half-assing on the job basically. So somebody got fired.
Oh, heads going, as they say, heads gonna roll.
Right.
Heads gonna roll. You know what I'm saying?
And then some of these buildings too. Gotta remember, man, buildings is hella old.
And
A
then,
lot of this shit ain't been renovated, So
but I'm like this to the dude that went on Instagram and going,
yeah, he's
"Hey, you the poster buddy for Crash Out." You know what I'm saying? For now, when people want to see what Crash Out mean, what a picture of Crash Out is, that's that right there. Cause
he went from hanging out with a bunch of niggas and broke out just to go hang out with a bunch of
just
niggas.
go hang.
Hey, nah, for real, because that's what they said. He was only out for like what they say 9 hours or some shit, and nigga, that's all you did was post on Instagram. That's crazy.
You had no life.
Right,
You
he
had
really
no.
ain't got one now.
You didn't have one on the streets. You had no aspiration of doing nothing. What you break out for? What you break out for?
He was just a shit because everybody else the door was open.
So I'm like, damn, because I didn't watch this show that used to come on Fox years ago called Prison Break.
Yeah, with the brothers, right?
Yes, sir. Where the
Yeah,
motherfucker had the blueprint of the pen on his body tatted
yeah,
on him.
yeah, because he was an architect. He is the person that designed the building.
Just he was raw. He was
Yeah,
raw. Got himself arrested to break his brother out of jail and knew he was gonna get away and gave everything he had up to get his brother out to prove that he was set up by some motherfuckers. Bruh.
yeah. I mean
Now
that and Shawshank Redemption, them two was like the best movies as far as people escaping.
now I don't know what's the outcome gonna be. Was this some family shit? Or did these niggas get out because they say the person that told on a couple of them, they had to ship them. They had to move them around.
Oh, well, yeah, no. Supposedly, from what I saw on the news, it said that when all of them, well, when they do catch the rest of them or whatever, all of them are going to be transferred to actual prison facilities. They going to be transferred to more secure facilities, but you know, the escape charge is just that. You feel me? So yeah, they automatically gonna be in somebody's max. You know, having to be shackled down. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be, you know, most likely, you know, single man cells, 24-1. If they lucky to even get come out of the cell for 1 hour. I mean 23-1, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I don't know, man. It's 20,000 a piece. Look, they giving up 20,000 a
20
reward for each
20,000.
one.
Somebody,
Yeah.
somebody cousin, somebody gonna tell. Somebody taking that money.
Somebody baby mama.
Somebody, hey, somebody about to come through in the 2019. Or no, or they gonna spend 10 on a Benz and go get them a spot. Somebody about to come up off their cousin. The nigga
Hey, I'm
that
just saying, you tell on two of them niggas down there, you can fuck around, you can get you a nice house. You can get some
that's why,
land.
hey, we is already saying, look, you know it's four left. That's 80,000 out there.
It's four left?
It's four left.
Oh, so they didn't cost some more of them, huh?
It's four left. So they say it
Well,
was seven that escaped. Three is caught.
no, it was 10.
Oh, 10. So it's seven left then.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, when did they catch the other ones? Cause
Uh,
I got I've been following it, and the thing is one of the dudes has actually escaped before from a jail. So
so
you
he the
feel me?
mastermind.
Right. One of them escaped before, but if
So
you
they
look at
got the
their
picture.
pictures,
They got the picture of dude they caught. They got him. Fourth escaped inmate captured in New Orleans after authorities say he will be transferred to a secure state facility outside of New Orleans.
yeah,
A fourth, the fourth inmate was 21-year-old Gary C. Price, was taken into custody today in New Orleans. He is one of 10 inmates who broke out of the facility. Authorities say he will be transferred again outside. So they on the
yeah,
Kendall Miles, Robert Moody, and Dakeen Dennis are the other three escapees who have been captured.
yeah. And
Louisiana
that
State
was a trip.
Patrol, Louisiana State Patrol, 200 local, state, and federal law enforcement continue to work around the clock to locate the remaining fugitives. This manhunt has now stretched into its fourth day, with officers
Yeah,
scouring neighborhoods, following leads across the region.
they not
Officials
they.
continue to urge the report of any sightings. Their rewards are being offered per fugitive for
Yeah,
information leading to their arrest. Crime Stoppers, $5,000. The
yeah.
ATF, $5,000.
And the
The
FBI.
FBI, $10,000 for a whopping total of 20,000 bands. 20 bands, not 20,000 bands, but 20 bands. The
But see,
escape, wait, hold on. The escape
uh,
happened, ladies and gentlemen, at 12:23 a.m. Friday, using defective cell locks and a breached wall behind the toilet. They exited through a supply duct and scaled the perimeter wall before fleeing across the interstate. A civilian monitor had reportedly stepped away for food at the time. Three security cameras, a civilian monitor have reportedly stepped away. Key word is civilian. Three security cameras the unit was inoperable. A photo obtained by come on Louisiana shows a hole in the wall with a mocking message above it: too sick, too easy, too fucking easy. From there, the inmates made good on their escape, running out the door, crossed the I-10 into a neighborhood in the French Quarter, where two of the inmates were seen walking through the French Quarter.
Yeah, and that's like you were saying. But see, that's the difference too. I mean, I'm not trying to sound a certain way, but we seen the pictures. You know what I mean? And it looked like, there's a lot of hood shit going on. Now, I can see how the first ones got caught because they didn't have no plan or nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Um, the other ones, they might have had a little bit, they probably got some folks out there that love them and support them. You know what I mean? So,
Okay, the 6 escapees remain on the run. Linton Van Buren, 26 years old. Anthony Massey, 32 years old. Derek Groves, 27 years old. Leo Tate, 31. Jermaine Donald, 42. Corey Boyd, 19.
exactly.
So, age 19 to 42.
I mean, shit, I'm 42, so, and,
For
but
dudes out there, nigga.
I mean, but at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless he on dope, he probably the last one to get caught. Because the rest of them ain't thinking. They doing like you said. Other dude, he go back to his hood, and like you said, he probably thought he was gonna stay at a friend's house. But why would you be out there posting? People don't understand how this works. And New Orleans, with Louisiana, the way it's set up, like you said, depending on if you had somebody ready, they all should be in another state by now.
Yeah.
No matter what direction they
it's
go.
4 days. Man, they got Texas, Mississippi, what's on top of them?
Georgia, all of that is right there.
Everything, Bama, and all that shit. 42? 42? Depend on how 42 was living.
Yeah. He could be in another country right now. I'm just saying. If that's like you said, if you really was having it.
21-year-old just showed his generation, y'all niggas is stupid. You escaped jail to go to the hood?
Yeah, like did you go eat? Yeah, you go right back where they found you the first time, you stupid ass. Where the police and everybody know exactly what you look like. He used the fool.
They ain't gonna think I'm gonna go here. They ain't gonna know I'm gonna be here. Ain't no way they gonna be here. I'm a nigga. Dude, what's wrong with people? Thought processors is not the man.
Man, that's all them perks. That's all them perks. That's all that lean and everything. They moving slow.
Man.
But at the same time, like you said, think about it. Especially like you said, depending on the ages, them niggas, excuse my language, but whatever they was in there for, catching cases or whatever the case may be, there's out there. Well, no, what I'm saying is we already know, like, if they was out there hustling and they got caught up, you already know because Louisiana, the law's still different. So, I mean, the tree, you can have it down there, but you understand what I'm saying? You're going to mess around and, if you was out there hustling, they automatically taking everything. So that's what I'm saying. If you 21 and you got caught up for, selling dope, they done took all your money and stuff, so you in jail broke because you
Yeah.
can't bail out just while you in jail. You feel me? So so then you in there broke. So somebody happened to pop open the door, find a way out. Okay, I'm out of here, but you ain't got no money, you ain't got no phone, and if you ain't got nobody you can call with no money, it's a wrap.
Because and this is what I'm saying. People, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm gonna look at it that I gotta give everybody the take. Motherfuckers broke. Who do you really who is you really trusting that ain't gonna take that 20?
Right. It's because if it's anybody that you already hanging around, that's what I'm saying. You should have been able to bail out. If that's the case, you wouldn't even be in that situation.
Because that it makes so like I'm saying, you better had a good ass game plan while y'all was plotting that shit out and did what it was did. Because
Well,
10 of y'all said I'm going for it, and the rest of them people said I'm good.
nah, you know how that go, man. I'm pretty sure it's probably only one or two of them. And then, like I said, the rest of them just happen to be around. You know how that go.
Yeah. So
Or unless they was all from the same, unless it was some of them that was from the same neighborhoods and different shit. But
so at the end of it is this: whatever you was doing, whatever you better had a big level, so you can live somewhere for a minute because you hot. How you hot? You can't do nothing. You can't
you
do
can't
nothing
show your
digital.
face. You can't show your face nowhere.
Nowhere.
You better not have a toothache. You better not have a toothache. You go anywhere trying to get checked out, it's a wrap.
It's bad.
Period.
You done.
Period. Yeah, no, like you said, you got somebody got to go to the stove for you.
You
all
can't
of the
sign up for
above.
no job. How you gonna eat? So you gotta rob for the rest of your life if you don't get caught. So that's what I'm saying. How was your paper looking? You gotta have exuberant amount of money to get out the country. You gotta get how you getting out the country.
Yeah, no, I was listening to a podcast earlier and they was talking about that, and the same thing like we talking about. You feel me? You could tell the difference between some older people and what they would do versus what a younger person would do, and also the difference between somebody who them kind of not necessarily say be criminals, but that we know how the streets work and how that type of shit work. Because some people was like, oh, well, you can just go get this type of passport or this and that, and like, nah, y'all forgot with the real ID shit and everything else they doing now, and it's all facial recognition. You can't just get on no plane unless it's somebody balling that got a private jet. That's out.
This is 2025.
Right.
This world is under damn near the Minority Report. If those people know anything about that movie, The Minority Report, are you
can't even unlock your phone. You can't even unlock. No, I remember that movie when it came out. I was working in a movie theater because that was they used to the thing about that movie was, and I'm glad that you brought that up because it seemed like that's the next step that's finna happen, because in that movie The Minority Report they had pre-crime where it was the three psychics that was connected to the system. And they would they would see the future and basically was telling the police who was about to commit the crime, and they was going out and snatching people up before they even did it.
That was some cold shit.
But when you
That,
look at AI and all the shit now, that is kind of the same shit. Because just like how there's the automatic cars that drive themselves, right? You know what I'm saying? The way that those programs are set up, like even with the AI, okay, they gives it certain information, and then it's allowed to kind of think on its own and come up with certain scenarios. So at that point, like right now with these phones, they track you, they follow your routine. So, like you say, even people with these Apple watches and shit, connected to them, it tell them, they got all that data, how many steps you take a day, what times you normally eat, or you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
They tracking your location, how often you go to the bathroom for real. So then at that point, they able to predict, like you said, okay, they over here.
With your movements. What you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, the phones pinging off the different towers. All of the shit. But that's
So
how it is that's how it is overseas. Cause like what's it at the CCTV shit or whatever? Like
yeah.
in Europe and shit, where the whole everything, like they said, the eye in the sky, they watch everything. So yeah, they'll track you from what street you on to, like you said, there's cameras on the streets. So
Crazy.
I don't know, man, but I think like you were saying, that's the difference. And that's what they was talking about on the podcast too. The no jumper shit was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be smart. Like I was saying, the older cats, most likely, okay, they already had a plan in place. You know what I mean? Whether you already knew somebody out of state, you already knew somebody out the country, or you knew a few people to have it already set up. Like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this on this day. You know what I mean? Because that take
Mm.
money to plan that type of shit and time.
Yeah.
Because like you said, yeah, you can't just even Greyhound. I mean, you you can't just hop on there like that. And even if you do, in certain areas, like I know this from one time I was on Greyhound. Um, you know, if you in those cities that's closer to the border, Border Patrol will pull over the bus on the freeway and check the bus
Oh
because
yeah.
they be looking for
Oh.
undocumented immigrants.
When
Yeah,
I was young, when I was a young nigga, I used to take travels on the Greyhounds to go, you know what I'm saying, go kick it with some peoples and shit.
right, 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 right.
So I'm on there one day and I got like two zips of
Hey,
some
hey, allegedly, man. I don't know what you're talking.
allegedly had two zips of some sticky icky some of that 90 some of that 98
Oh my God. Yes,
some
yes.
of that nade. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my, you talking about some of that 500-600 onion?
Some of that nade, right? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm going because I'm, you know what I mean. I'm going to go chill and shit. Man, they hop on that thing, and I was laying on the backpack for allegedly laying on the backpack for a pillow.
Huh.
Man, they came on in them uniforms. That shit say ICE.
Right.
I'm like,
That's
oh,
what I'm saying. Like you
they
said, for
like,
the
those I need your papers out. I need papers out right now. Oh no, you don't have to worry, sir. Sit down. No, you're good. No, you too, ma'am. No, no. We need papers. All came on. Everybody was clean. They
right.
left. Everybody was they did what they had to do to be legitimate, and we went on about our way. But it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
Ex-
Shit can happen that easy.
Exactly. No, that's what I was gonna say. I done been on Greyhound, Amtrak before, all of that. And when it happened, it happened. And like you said, wasn't nobody, none of them times I wasn't on the run or nothing. It wasn't like nobody was looking for me. But it was times where I could say, like I was on there one time, I'm on the train, like you said, I got a tree on me, you feel me? But I'm doing what I'm headed to my destination. But it was somebody I guess was on there, and whatever they had a whole bunch of it, but they must have not packaged it right. It had the whole thing smelling, the whole train of the whole car of the train, you feel me? And I'm looking, I'm minding my business, but it's another dude on there and he looks suspect. So, we both look up at each other at the same time. Like, is that you? Like, no, that ain't me. And it turned out it was somebody else on the train. But dude, the other dude, he had a pistol on him and everything. So it's like, man, you never know. You feel me? And you ain't got time to even take chances like that. You know what I mean? I was on Greyhound one time too, and people used to be on there sneaking with alcohol and shit, and so they could smell the alcohol, plus they could smell something else because people ain't got their stuff packaged right, And like you said, people just don't be caring, or they don't take it as serious. Like, oh, ain't nothing going on. Yes, it will.
Man, you get caught up.
Right, because like you
What's
said,
going on?
even if you get on there, then you can't, like you said, if you on there, you get a ticket, but you got a fake ID or you ain't got no ID. Then when they go to want to see your stuff, now you done got caught up unnecessarily.
Unnecessarily on the fluke. It's too. That's why as you get older and once you attain certain things, you like, I ain't doing none of that shit.
Right.
I because when you young and you ain't got shit to lose, which you think you got get back. You think you got get back. But regardless, being set down in a clink for multiple years, it's a setback.
Well, that they must have wanted it because they sure finna get it.
Oh, they about to sit. They added 5 years. Easy 5.
Well, at least the other ones that ain't got caught yet, them niggas is, I'm pretty sure they watching the news and they eating good somewhere. They'll want to.
They bet is this the last time they ever gonna see some real food again in their life?
Man, or anything else. That's why, like you said, the young nigga was tripping. Like, my nigga, you couldn't even go to a family member house and get no food, nigga. You standing on the corner and shit on fucking Instagram, nigga. You couldn't go get no cheeks or nothing. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the flag bearer for Crash Out. Crick, you know what we talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
The New Orleans shit.
In New Orleans.
New Orleans.
The 10 niggas that escaped. It was 10 dudes that escaped out of the jail downtown New Orleans or whatever. You feel me? I think it was on Friday.
On Friday at 12:23 a.m.
Yeah, they done caught 3 of them already, but it's still 7 of them out there.
No, 4.
4 of them. My bad. Yeah, they caught 4 of them. Huh?
There's 6 of them on the land stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ages, and what'd you say the ages was? That was like
ranging from the age of 19 to 42.
Right.
Well, if they trying to successfully escape, they better leave the state of Louisiana.
Well, they should be gone by now. That's what we were saying. It's been 4 days.
But that's one thing, though. But look, you can't be seen on camera nowhere.
Right.
Nigga, if I was one of them, I'd bleach my whole body. Bleach my body. Nah, that ain't him. I'm gonna be white for a second. The coast is clear. I'm coming back black. I'm gonna come back black, but I gotta wait for the coast to clear first.
He said, "I'm gonna bleach my whole body, though."
I'm bleaching everything, and I'm gonna shave every hair. Every hair.
Hey, yeah, because if you see the pictures of how them niggas look, that's what I was trying to say too. They all look like they from the hood. Some niggas got face tattoos and all kind of shit.
Oh, that shit gonna fucking make you stand out. That you know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
seen
saying?
some dreads and some half dreads, whatever. That's crazy.
If I had dreads is gone.
The ones that got caught was the ones that was seen on video walking through the French Quarter, and then your boy who went fucking live or went on somebody's live or whatever, just be on some. I need to get these props. Yeah.
You need to get props.
Yeah, that's what we said. This nigga, he broke out of jail.
Props.
He broke out of jail with a bunch of. He was hanging with a bunch of niggas. Then broke out of jail with a bunch of niggas to go back to the block that he used to be, that he got arrested from in the first place, to hang with the same niggas that he got arrested.
I'm not hanging. When I get out of jail, we splitting up.
Oh yeah, no, he went. No, we talking about he went with his partner. Right.
Yeah.
Man,
my nigga. Now you got 20,000 on you, and if the longer you stay out, it's just gonna go up.
Yeah, 20 bands. 20 bands is on each one of their heads. The feds
bands to dial 911 and turn them in.
Yeah, the feds is giving up 10. ATF is giving 5, and you said Crime Stoppers, right? Is giving up 5.
Giving up 5.
Yeah, so 5, 5, and 10. Yeah, they 20 bands ahead.
Yeah, they better not be seen by nobody.
Motherfuckers is broke. Motherfuckers is broke. And you think how long you think somebody gonna let your ass sit up in their house and you gonna talk crazy? Oh, you gonna talk tough?
That's what the baby mama go look and say, you might as well go ahead and let me call him, and we put that on Junior.
Don't go to your baby mama house. Nah, she beat your motherfucking ass. She turning you in, especially for 20 stacks.
They already at your baby mama house.
Yeah, but if she helping to hide you, nigga, she gonna give you up, nigga.
Right. My thing is this: like, if you escape from jail, I think as a on the police side, they probably would be smart to look at the baby mama house first.
Right.
They going to baby mama, grandmama. Now for the dude that's 42. It depends on is mama alive or grandma alive. So, you know, what I'm saying? Because he at that age. Now, 42 might be the hardest one to get in touch with, depending on how he played his life.
Well, I mean, niggas know how to, like you said, those of us that's a little older, we kind of know how to stay under the radar. You feel me? Like I said.
We don't need to be on Instagram, and we don't need to be seen at the hot spots and shit like that.
We don't need to be seen, period. A motherfucker know how to just sit down and, hey, you know, it's whether or not you could trust the person that's going back and forth to the store for you.
So,
yeah,
they gonna turn you in for that 20 bands.
Because, first of all, only way you get in a hotel room is in somebody else's name. So you got to befriend somebody if you want to get into a spot. You can't fuck with nobody you know.
Right. Under no circumstances.
You cannot be around nobody you know. You have to change your whole fucking persona.
That's what I'm saying. I'm bleaching my skin. I'm bleached.
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. I'm bleached. They gonna think I'm Caucasian by the time I'm finished.
Because for a motherfuckers that, especially them cats with these face tattoos, you got, you know what I'm saying, and then you tatted up with what hood you from and all that shit. You mark yourself. You know what I'm saying. You and
It
so
ain't COVID no more, so you can't wear no mask all the time.
certain places.
You really go get pulled over. The niggas is getting stopped now is the ones still wearing the shiesty mask, man. I'm not trying to hear that. So you do it if you want to, right? Thinking thinking nobody gonna see your face. And like you said, even with the cameras, when it come to facial recognition, they can still get you if the eyes match.
So you either gotta become homeless, because being homeless is that's the cold tweak right there. We go
Off
underground.
grid.
You got all like they got all these homeless
staying in the bed in the building.
You got to go into Skid Row.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying, is that the youngsters, they don't necessarily know how to live off grid. That that's what some of the non-blacks the terminology is a little different, but it's the same thing. Yeah, off grid living, man.
Getting off the
You
grid.
feel me? Yeah, you gotta know how to make it out here, undetected. So
because when it get you remember that saying, it get nilly. I'm not. I don't want to put myself in that situation. That's why I'm glad I'm not in no situation like that to even have to sit around amongst some other low lives and villains while we sitting in the facility because we failed in our villainy because we got caught.
Right.
Your villainry.
And hey, you know what I'm saying? You doing villainous acts.
Yeah, I'm thankful that I'm not in that situation either. Because like, if I was in that situation, it was like all my friends, all y'all, the Booster Tech Show would never see me again, ever. You feel me? And I would have to portray like I'm white because, like I said, I'm bleaching my skin.
Look, all right, the whole thing, you be on the run.
Right.
I'm on the run again. Can't have no fun, my friends.
For real, I'm being this bitch looking like Sammy Sosa.
Hey, yeah, he changed. Like he got like 2 shades. His skin is crazy.
He faded.
I would know, but was he using that? Was he using that? What's it called? The skin.
The skin bleaching. Yeah, that's what he was using.
Yeah, to make his skin lighter. Yeah. So
I mean, I don't know no name brands or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? like I don't know if Johnson and Johnson got a skin bleaching. You feel me? But you feel me?
yeah, no, it makes sense though, like you said. But again, like you said, some of them, if you see the mug shots of them dudes, they don't look that bright. That's all I'm saying. They don't look like they ain't even thought as far as we.
How many years did they have to serve?
You know,
I don't know
because
you have to look up their cases.
I haven't looked at it because I'm just like this. If you escaping, this is my thought, my personal. If you decided to escape from the jailhouse, you must be facing life.
Nah, some people can't handle it.
Hey, if you not facing life, that means you're going home, right?
What, in 30 years? In 40 years?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's life, nigga. That's life. 30, 40 years before you think you can see it, the real sunshine and eat a steak. And at the same time, but when you get caught, you're doing 5 more years on top of whatever you had. So
Yeah.
whatever you doing, is it worth it?
Yeah, you just played yourself out of like how you said, you know, the fact that they got that on their record now is like, yeah, any type of leniency or anything, you know, that you done messed that off, like you said. So even if the charges wasn't that serious, now you're gonna get placed in a maximum security, you know what I'm saying, facility just because you escaped. So you made it worse on yourself.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
made the
and my
whole.
thing is like they over here giving ridiculous time. Like I've seen some cases where a motherfucker got like 200 years in jail or double life sentence. That means that you go to jail, you die, and then you come back to life. You still gotta go. You still gotta finish that sentence.
Nah, what it is when you go to jail, if you have a kid and your kid have a kid, we make sure both of them go to jail somehow. Oh, nigga, you. Why would we give you double life knowing you only live once? Somebody still owe.
What if you ain't got no kids then?
Then, hey,
They gonna make you fuck somebody like, nah, you having a kid because this time gonna get served, nigga. Shit.
you got a family member. They gonna get somebody.
They don't get somebody.
Hey, no, they do that in Texas. They do that, bro. They do that in Texas because I was in Texas before, and we got pulled over, and they knew that we wasn't from there, but it was a family member there that was trying to vouch for us, so the police wouldn't arrest my partner, and they made him write his name down. They was like, okay, well, if he don't show up to the court date, then we coming to get you. So yeah, they don't, you know, certain, like you said, it's the country, you know, certain shit is a little different out there, but that's also like you said too, is they're a lot stricter on certain stuff. Because just like with Texas and Louisiana, well, you know, I know like Texas, the whole capital murder, you feel me? As far as if you get charged with murdering somebody out there, like they seeking the ultimate. So it ain't no playing games, you know what I'm saying? Like same thing in Louisiana. I know they was like even with the rapper Boosie, remember they was trying to get a nigga life sentence and he had felonies, but the last shit that they had him on was weed possession. It's like, nigga, you trying to give a nigga life for some weed? But then, and look at what happened with C Murder. You see, C Murder didn't tell, and he ain't got out of jail either.
Okay.
So,
Just got in.
This is a very popular tourist spot outside the Hotel Monteleone where they took Antoine Massey. They took Kendall Miles back into custody this morning. That, as you see there on your screen right now, this is video of Louisiana State Police and Troop NOLA. They managed to recapture him relatively quickly. The first of these 11 inmates that was taken back into custody was done so right here as you're looking at it on your screen. You can see those deputies and other police officers walking around, that state police cruiser that is parked outside the Hotel Monteleone on Royal Street. So very high traffic area, very high profile location where one of these escaped inmates was found this morning. So,
man, that shit don't make no sense. And I was down there.
That was May 17th. So that was what was that? 2 days ago.
That was Friday.
17th was Saturday. because ain't today
Saturday.
the
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Today the
Saturday.
19th.
Right. But see, and they
Uh,
tripping because I was out
oh,
there last summer, and I will say they right there. It's some good food down there.
in the
So
video, we have more. We have more video footage of surveillance shows escaped Orleans Parish inmates walking through the Finch Quarter. This is courtesy of 4WWL and CBS of New Orleans. Um, I guess we won't be playing, but and provided in the video is provided by Protect NOLA. Two men are seen walking wearing in black hoodies wearing near Hustlers Hollywood on Bourbon Street on the May 16th. Nearly
telling you,
48 hours after the inmates escaped.
yeah, shit. That's why I said they right down to that's right in the tourist spot and everything. You feel me? So
Trying
you
to
know,
blend in.
yeah,
But
Bourbon Street, French Quarter, all of that.
how you gonna blend in?
The,
How you gonna
they would have
blend
blended
in?
in if they would have dressed different. Now they just got out throwing those hoodies on some typical nigga shit, and like he said, I would have shaved my head and every. I would have all of that got to come off. I got to come out looking a whole new way. It's
I'd have dressed like a hippie.
you know.
I'd have been
Well,
That's
dressed
why,
like a hippie.
well, I mean,
first of
being
all,
down there.
I'd have been dressed
first
like a tree hugger.
first of all, you you need to cut your hair because but who gonna cut your hair? Because you can't go into the barbershop.
Honestly, if I knew that I was gonna leave, I would have cut my hair before I left out of there. Because if you look at the security video when it showed him running out, some of them niggas had, they had t-shirts tied on their head and different shit. You know what I mean? To tie their hair down. Like, man, I would have got I would have somebody would have had to give me a haircut, line me up, and everything in the jail before I dipped off. That's all I'm saying. And I'd have went smooth, put a hat on, some glasses, like you know what I mean? Like you said, get you a little polo shirt, all the shit, and I'd have been up out of there. Because it's you walk right outside to a tourist spot, so the only way you really gonna draw attention to yourself is if you look like you local. You know what I mean? That's just like being like when y'all see people, like in Vegas, you could tell who out there as a tourist and who out there that live out there. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way they hanging around on Fremont or on the Strip. Same thing in the city. You could tell, when you walking down Market Street, or you could tell by the way a person is standing or even how they dress. You look too comfortable. You got on hoodies and shit like this, like you back on the block.
I probably would have went shopping at the Goodwill after I escaped.
That's what I'm saying. I'd have threw on some whole different shit with he ain't from here. You know what I mean? Because if you dress
Police
different,
respond to shots fired around 1:40 a.m. at the intersection of Edinburgh and Eagle Street in New
what?
Orleans. One was found shot and killed inside a vehicle in Holly Grove Sunday afternoon, according to the New Orleans PD.
Wow. So he escaped and then got shot.
When officers arrived, they found the victim inside a black-colored Nissan sedan suffering from gunshot wounds. They were pronounced dead on the scene. No further information is available. For any more information, call Crime Stoppers. But they didn't say that's a. They didn't say that's a inmate.
By
That's something else that happened out there in New Orleans, along with the escaped inmates. So they can't all focus, but they got a lot of people on them. I'm saying they got the feds, the ATF, the Crime Stoppers, local PD.
All right, my question is this: for the dude that got shot, you think that he was shot by like somebody he had beef with, or you think the police did that shit and then tried to change the story?
It's hard to tell, man, because there's so much stuff going on. I mean, if it was anywhere, they could have been, hey, they was in pursuit of them dudes, and he fit the description. There's a bunch of stuff.
This is in
But I was gonna
Hollygrove.
say that.
This is where Lil Wayne and them from, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That Louisiana and New Orleans all used to be the murder capital. New Orleans and Baton Rouge and all that, they get busy.
Yeah, that's what I do know.
Yeah, so you gotta look at it like that too.
And also, this PD is one of the most crookedest police in the nation too.
And when you look at, like we had said, just the age group, and again, just I ain't trying to judge, but looking at the pictures, they all look like they either in there for that or for something else.
Who out them you think is willing to live in them swamps?
Man,
because that's the other tweak. You feel me? You got the swamp and all that shit out there. They out there searching at the marshes and all that shit. It's different. It's different tweaks, buddy. It's different tweaks. Can you know what I'm saying? It's different tweaks. It ain't like them country boys. Them country boys.
I mean, that's if they, like you said, if they from their parts. If they from the inner city, they still from the inner city. But yeah, they might want to. They would want to. Y'all gotta be wanting some gator. I'm sitting there talking. I want some gator and some crawfish. I'm for real.
Yeah, we might be out in Houston in October for the Niner game.
Oh man, don't tell me that. I might have to go. Hey,
yeah,
y'all you been out there before?
No, I've never been out there.
I've been out there hella time.
Yeah, I was out there last year. It was dope. I was out there for the they did they 50 of the hip hop awards, the hip hop 50-year anniversary, and they had everybody from there. Little Flip, Zero, Jay Prince, you name them, they was all in the building. It was a dope show. But it's some spots out there though, like Donna Letty's. Man, that's
you ever heard of Prospect Park?
Go out there, huh?
You ever heard of Prospect Park?
Yeah, I heard of it, but I go there.
Yeah, I've been there, man. They food be hitting, and on certain days it'd be really lit out there, bro. Like, yeah. Place next time you're out there, you might want to check it out.
Everywhere we went to eat.
I just want to get me some gator meat. I want some gator bites.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. But I'll say this. Yeah, it's a spot out here that it's a spots out here in the Bay that we go to. Like,
I'm good. No,
they fuck with it. They from. I'm telling you, dude is from down that way. You get what I'm saying? It's a spot called
that
Sharky.
Meat ain't fresh enough. I need that meat fresh.
All right.
He wants the alligator to be killed like 5 minutes before he come to the restaurant.
I feel it.
That's what he wants.
But
I don't want to try it until I try it out there first. So I have then I can come out here and say, all right, yeah, you fucking with it like that.
Well, I did it backwards. My first time having it was out here, and then I went out there. But like you said, you could tell the difference, though, of course, just like with anything else, the seasoning and stuff. But you know how it's certain places out here where the owners or the cooks is from down there, you know what I mean? So I could tell that it was what it was supposed to be.
I'm gonna tell you like this: I ain't never tried alligator meat in California. I only tried it in New Orleans, Atlanta, and Houston. First
Yeah,
time in New Orleans. It's pretty good actually. It tastes kind of like chicken.
yeah. And my first time having it was here. Then I had it in Houston and then in New Orleans. So,
Yeah.
but the same thing, like you said, because you know they right next to each other, Texas and Louisiana. So it's a lot of the places in Houston that I was noticing too, where there was, it was people that had moved there from Louisiana. You know what I mean? During Katrina or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's a
because
lot of
Texas is next door to them.
yeah. So like you said, as far as the food, to me, like it's all the same. But I'm definitely shit, man. I'm gonna have to look. I gotta see. I just want to go. Shit.
Yeah.
You said for what game?
Niners Houston. Niners versus Texans.
Yeah, no, I gotta look on the schedule again.
That's October 26th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I might try to get an Airbnb.
Man.
Hey, but in Houston, you in Houston, that's the city you need a car. You need a car. Like,
oh yeah.
I was looking at
get around.
I was looking at there was some good seats right at the end zone for like 400, right in the end zone. And the flight for Southwest flight right now is $394 round trip right now. If you buy it today.
Yeah, but you said, ooh, where the seats at?
In the end zone.
Yeah.
Because the up high is like up high is 250 up high. Then in the middle is like 354.
Nah, I get it. I'm just like, damn, like, I mean, they all right. I don't recall. I'm trying to understand why they charging so much. That's all. Like, what's going on?
Because both Houston and Houston made the playoffs last season. The Niners only come out to that stadium probably once every 10 years.
Right.
So it's
other than that, they got to go to Dallas.
Yeah, the Niners go to Dallas every other year. Like, we play Dallas all the time.
Right.
And so
damn, 400. The shit.
I don't know if I'm gonna spend 400 on a ticket. It depends on how I feel, but like, I'm willing to spend 2 to 3.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I mean, it was.
That's up high. That's up high.
Hey man, you could have been at the Knicks game. You could have been at the Knicks game for 800 a ticket.
that 400 wasn't even letting you step in the Knicks game. You wasn't even stepping in for 400.
That's what I'm telling you.
So I'm talking about in the end zone for 400. So I'm just saying, you can't even get in the building, but you right there. Somebody score a touchdown, you might get an NFL ball.
I mean, yeah. We gotta see though. You might have to look on because just like out here, the teams be doing their little promotional shit, where they be, certain days where you can buy the tickets at a discount or something, you know what I mean? Because like you said, shit. That sound like the man.
Hey.
It better be a hell of a game. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready to go. I'm just like I said, I'm down to go regardless. Shit. Tailgate party gonna be a motherfucker. You feel me?
I'm probably gonna Airbnb out there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you was talking about, that's where you're gonna see them kill a gator and and put it on the grill right in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly. Season that game and slam him on the grill.
Yeah.
You feel me? I want Ari season on it too.
Hey man, I want to see some shit I ain't seen before. So taking my ass to this stadium, go see my Niners. I might treat myself. Fuck it, man. This shit. I ain't gonna go to the game to sit hella high up on the road. I gotta see it close. Fuck it.
Oh
man.
yeah. Of course.
And I ain't trying to be up in the nosebleeds, nigga. I done came all the way up here to come sit up here. Come sit way up, way up. Nah, I need to see the players. I gotta see what's going on. I don't want to
Okay,
look at it on a video screen. I don't want to go to the area to watch it on the video screen.
But wait a minute, you know the Super Bowl is for to be here.
Okay. That's you know what I'm saying? That's the Super Bowl. Well, that's in February. It'll be here. That's after the AVN Awards next year. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I'm just trying to, you know. I'm just trying to
I
figure
got a
out.
lot of shit going on for next year, man. Shit, I'm going to Cabo and shit in April.
Yeah, after that AVN award, man, I started looking at porn stars a little different.
Hey man, they're athletes.
The models and actresses.
They are.
They're athletes.
They are athletes. That they.
You got marathon runners. You got sprinters. You know what I'm saying? You got the long jumpers. You got your high jumpers.
Bitch can do the shot put. You feel me?
You got all those guys. You got the dunkers. You got the wetters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit. You got the switch hitters. You got it. It's a cold, cold world, people. It's a cold world.
The stories they had, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Gotta get,
like I said, I'm with it.
Credentials so we can go in there with the media pass. So yeah, that's another thing. We got to figure out how we could get our credentials right, so we could go get the media pass and be behind the scenes.
You just gotta. Well, I mean, you just gotta put in for it. That's all. You know, you gotta sign up for it. You know, they gonna start advertising for. I mean, it's still, you know, it's all the same agency still. So
they should probably up now, because you know that's an annual thing. So they probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because for example, the same thing, like with some of these festivals and different stuff that's coming up locally, you know, it's different ways where, you know, that's what I was telling you. I've been trying to look into, you know,
I try to figure that
social
out.
Shit, you feel me?
Get these credentials right, because once we get these credentials right, that's a whole different thing. Then we ain't gotta spend the money to go to these shows and got these credentials and we on the field.
Oh yeah.
Are we in the media booth? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's like you said, it's different ways it can, but even that's what, like you said too, like even for games or other stuff, or sometimes it's, you know, like you said, instead of the email, you know what I'm saying? Is just getting in contact with certain departments. So,
because I
you know, or work our way in.
I'll do some in-depth when I want, you know what I'm saying? I speak good on these games. I'm pretty good with this betting shit. But now I've been on a cold streak to where I'm like, I'm good. I'm not betting players no more. I'm gonna leave that alone. I didn't went cold.
And you gotta tap in with some of those I mean, you know about the different fan clubs, right?
Yeah, I be
you know,
seeing
like
that. I be
the
seeing
different
that shit,
chapters all over the
I don't
place.
be knowing if that shit true, and they all want you to spend money. They want
No,
you to tap.
it be. I'm just saying. I hear you. I've been to some of those events that they've done out here, and it do be that. It's because like how like you talk about right now to go to Houston. It's Niner fans in Houston.
Oh,
Hell
You
oh,
see
yeah.
you
what I'm
talking about the
saying?
fan things? I thought you was talking about it as far as the betting on the players shit.
Oh,
Buying from them because they be having motherfuckers talking about give me $25 or $50 and I'll guarantee you hit.
oh yeah. No, I'm not playing them games.
Yeah,
I don't play them games. I
so
don't
yeah,
play about
because
no
when
money.
we went 2 years ago, we went to Atlanta. We went to Atlanta to the Falcons and Niners game, and it was nice out there. It was good. It was nice. It made me get mad at black people because Atlanta got all that history, and
Yeah,
you go through that. I went through that Martin Luther King Park and shit. And I was just like, "Blood, we out here fucking up. We don't get it.
yeah,
We don't get it. We focus. We got our energy all in the wrong motherfucking place. All in the wrong place. And we let them people bamboozle us and swindle us and just turn us into what they wanted us to be. Dancing, jumping, motherfucking monkeys."
I mean, it's like we gotta unlearn a lot of things that we were taught in our lives growing up too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't just us that got bamboozled. Our parents got bamboozled. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and one thing I've always said this. I said this to you before. Black people problem is we want to look good first and win second. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
yeah,
That's why we want to look good first and win second.
And too busy looking for approval from motherfuckers who ain't got shit.
man. That part, and not even knowing what approval is or what having shit is, because they've all been kind of misguided.
Uh,
You know,
Motherfuckers
I mean,
thinking having a couple $1,000 and taking a picture on Facebook that you doing something.
hey, and then you turn around
And
and
be
then you end up
broke.
in jail. No, hold on. Then you end up in jail, and then when somebody do come up with an escape plan, you back outside broke, and you can't make it nowhere, and your stupid ass get
It's,
picked up within 48
back
hours.
back in the hood, y'all. Back in the hood. Live,
Yeah,
fresh from the
like you,
pen. Nigga,
yeah, this nigga,
unscathed.
like you said, yeah, he ain't called nobody about no money or nothing. That nigga go post on Instagram. Yeah, we out here. This ain't Tay K the race. Do they know what that boy just got? I gotta look it up again because he just got sentenced a few weeks ago. Remember the young rapper that a few years back he ended up shooting the dude that went on the run. You feel me? He got away from the police, made a video and everything. Well, guess what they did when they caught him? Oh yeah, they made an example. He got football numbers to life.
Football or basketball? Or did he get baseball numbers?
I gotta
You know,
double check. No, also,
baseball give you 15-year contract with multiple hundred of millions. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
no,
One
sir. No, sir. He got more than that.
so,
Yeah,
so
because
he
you
got a
also got to
sock. He
remember,
got soccer. He got the 13-year-old till you 40 deal.
oh, okay. Because I was about to say, you know,
He
when
got
you
that
talk about football
No,
numbers,
he
he
got
got
that
he is
80.
the
FIFA
football
money.
number two.
That La
No,
Liga. He
he got
got that
80
La
years.
Liga charge.
Yeah, he got sentenced to 80 years,
Oh.
and he's 24 now. But when the shit first happened,
How many kids
you
he
feel
got?
me? Huh?
How many kids he got?
He ain't got no kid. He was a kid when this happened.
Oh, so he didn't have no. Oh, so they got to keep him alive until he 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. He was Yeah, because he shot a nigga, and but I remember his case was crazy because it was his current girlfriend. It was his girlfriend at the time. She was the driver and all the shit. When him and his partners, they, I believe it was a photographer or promoter, somebody, but they shot him. You get what I'm saying? They decided to rob him and shoot him. But yeah, he got sentenced 80 years, boy.
80.
Yeah, 80.
And you ain't
And
even 20. Hold on. He ain't even
no,
20.
he 24 now. But
Okay.
when the shit happened, it happened in like
but okay, he 24. So he gotta live 3 times his life and add a few more years. 3 times his life in the jail system. 3
yeah,
times.
he was born in 2000. So when the shit happened, like I said, he was still underage.
80 years, nigga. 80 years is the year 3000.
So basically, he won't get out of jail till he's like 104.
3005.
Yeah, he'll be 104 years old when he's released.
You in jail to the year 3005. I mean, not 3000. I mean, year 20. God damn, yeah, year 3000. I mean,
I don't think
no,
it's the year 3000.
2100. He gonna be in there to the year 2105.
2105. You feel me?
Bruh. Check this out.
By that time, you should be able to teleport.
Check this out. It ain't worth it, y'all.
So in 2017, so he was 17. Like I said, yeah, if y'all remember when that song "The Race" came out, and he was on ankle monitor for home invasion and murder. Then you feel me? He was on house arrest fighting the shit when he took off on the ankle monitor and then ended up knocking somebody else off. Like they was some young wild ones. You feel me? And this was all in Texas. So again, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's not nothing to play with out there.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Man, I'm just gonna say this. I'm good. Call me square. Call me whatever.
Hey, when you say call you square and put it in the air, huh?
I'ma enjoy this walking in my refrigerator when I choose to. I'ma enjoy going into the meat market and telling them I want me a cut of filet mignon and slice it thin for me. You know what I'm saying? If I choose to do that. I like the fact that I could call my homies and be like, hey, let's go have a drink somewhere. I like the fact that I can lay next to some pussy every night.
Hey, well, look, they doing everything that you said except laying next to some pussy every night. But everything else you said, them niggas is doing it there. If you don't be seeing some of these videos on the internet and shit,
hey,
them
look,
niggas.
Hold on. The big difference is this. I ain't gotta see you niggas all goddamn day and every motherfucking day. Kicking it with you motherfuckers once in a while is one thing. But as far as me, if I'm kicking it with you guys every day and I'm 47 years old, I done fucked up in life. You know what I'm saying? Rest really tough. It's just hot B.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey man, you call me a square, call me L7, but one thing you can't call me is stupid for 8 years. You feel me? I enjoy complaining. I enjoy complaining about my job sometimes.
Right.
I enjoy being able to just hop in the car and and open up the sunroof.
Come on now. I ain't got a sunroof, but I could crack my windows or be sitting behind my tent without that beaming ass sun coming in whooping my ass. You know
Like you said, the fact that you got a window that you can open when you want to.
Yeah,
I could
we can stop right there.
I could step out on the porch and suck fresh air. I ain't got to get no weed that came in somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I ain't drinking toilet wine.
Yeah, you ain't got to eat Zuzus and wham-whams neither.
And I'm not making spreads.
I don't eat that shit. Hey, I was saying that, I think I said that to you when we was talking, because remember I was like, yeah, I'm not finna stand outside on the street corner or stand outside in front of a liquor store with a bunch of niggas like we used to do back in the day, standing there with a payphone eating hella junk food just to go to jail and do the same shit. Hella niggas standing by a phone eating hella junk food. I don't even eat that shit on the street like that. What I look like. You know, for real. I like Doritos, but I'm not finna eat them every day. You know. But they really got restaurants out here now. Well, not restaurants, but
they do. They
got a catering truck called the Spread Bus.
These motherfuckers is putting Doritos on top of nachos and acting like they making gourmet, charging $15, $20 for a cup. Dude, this shit is
no. Down south, it's a spot. It's a spot called the Day Room. I think it's in Alabama or somewhere, but I've been seeing it online, and they make the whole shit. So you get a spread bowl, or you get a burrito, and all the different shit. Like you said, they order and it's a trip because it's like like you said, kind of like they, a small restaurant / store. But they order all the food that people are able to order in jail. So it's like they order the exact same brands, and motherfuckers is coming in off the street buying the shit. It's like, that's crazy. Like, you cannot be that institutionalized where you want to eat that on the street.
Oh, the
people that's eating that shit is the people that will never go to jail.
Yeah, some of that too. Some people think that the shit is,
cute.
Yeah. No, I didn't explain that. Like, I like, and I'm still not big on it, but I'll eat ramen, but I need the fancy ramen, like how they got the Asians, the different spots, how they, man, I'll eat it like that. You feel me? Other than that, I don't want nobody's cup of noodles or none of that shit on the street.
What's spaghetti without the sauce? Noodles. And I'll never be a noodle. Cutthroat nigga. All right. But, yeah. It's just the world. So
you wouldn't eat none of that on the street?
Now is so backwards and different from what motherfuckers really is accustomed to, and what we had came up in. Because the things that people do and that they consider fly was frowned upon, laughed at, stepped on, and things that you would never do. And it wasn't accepted.
Hey, man, I see videos. I'm going to share some with y'all. Them niggas is in there. They done turned the top bunk into a hibachi grill, okay? And, they order a rice and packs of salmon and shit off the goddamn commissary and packs of chicken.
And I heard they be doing DoorDash and shit too. So,
yeah, because certain jails are like
jails got a Burger King and shit up in there. I
guess the private, like certain private prisons or certain prisons where,
You can't
you got some
you
money,
can't tell me it
shit's a
ain't
little
money
different.
involved in that shit. You can't say
Yeah, you
it's
feel me?
big business. Uh,
Uh,
if I could find it on the stock market, and I could find me I'll invest in some motherfucking penitentiary. Crime ain't gonna
oh
stop.
hell. Hey, hold on. You gonna have to put up a disclaimer. Look, you try to get to the money. He said you try to get some real subscribers. He said I'm finna invest in the prisons. Who is you campaigning for
I
right
mean,
now?
I ain't campaigning for nobody,
the
but
truth, like prisons ain't
crime
going
ain't
nowhere no time
stopping.
soon.
Crime is a $1 billion industry. Police, if it wasn't no crime, there'd be no police. If it wasn't no crime, there'd be no lawyers. There'd be no judges. There'd be none of that. All that money come because of crime.
You feel me?
It is all because of crime.
So let me
So
ask you a question.
I'm trying to find the right military stocks to get into, because we're not going to stop war. So
Well,
being
wars are
trying
not
to,
meant to be won or lost. They're meant to continue.
because there's too much money involved. These are trillion-dollar industries, and I won't end. Did the government take money? The government take money from me every chance they get from a check. Before I see my money, they get my money.
Right.
So why can't I get a portion? See, my whole thought process of it is not thinking like how it's a bigger picture out here.
Right.
It's a bigger picture. It's ways to do shit without even busting your ass to get paid. Why not get paid by the people who taking from me, so they could get paid, so they can pay themselves? Because that's what they doing. Shit. The law created every gang, every drug dealer there is was created by the law.
Yeah.
I know, because technically, all of this shit at one point was legal. That's the cold part. It's just it was selective with who it was legal for.
It was legal for.
Yeah.
Because all ain't equal. And it ain't justice for all. And you know what I'm saying? But that's just a small little thing though. I'm just being for real. It's different shit out here to do, man. It's different things, it's different ways. And motherfuckers out here playing, trying to get rich and putting your life on the line, where that's not the purpose of getting rich and living wealthy. You're supposed to be able to enjoy it.
You got cut off for a second there.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. People is definitely doing that.
You're not supposed to get a bunch of money and you can't go out and enjoy it. That's not the purpose of that tool called money. But now, I'm gonna leave it alone, because people gonna be talking about this man trying to preach and talking this and that, and nigga, what you got? The right state of mind, motherfucker.
Say it.
Thinking clearly, understanding certain things that at a time is the right time to do shit, and when it's not the time to do the other thing. Don't do what everybody do. You gotta understand it's good to do you. But I'm gonna leave it alone, because I ain't being like the rest of them. I'm gonna be one of my own, and I'm always do it on my own.
Hey man, I always said the coolest thing a person can do is be themselves. That's like the coolest thing you can do. Feel me? Be yourself. Don't try to be something you not. That's why a lot of people get killed because they try to be something they not. You feel me? Yeah, man. Just be yourself and ride in your own lane. But when you ride in your own lane, make sure you hog every inch of your lane. Ride that motherfucker hard.
Right.
You feel me? And if you escape from jail, bleach your skin.
That's crazy.
Bleach that motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Head to toe, balls included. Bleach
Oh
it.
man.
All I'm
Oh
saying is,
shit. Go through the bleaching process. Take a bath and but where
And
you
bleach.
gonna get the bleach from?
All right, man.
You gotta
I,
be
I, I
cool with
know a guy.
somebody.
I know a guy.
No guy. All
I
right.
know a guy.
That's we just leave it alone. We just gonna leave it alone. On that note, we gonna get up out of here and enjoy ourselves and enjoy life and come
Enjoy
back
freedom.
tomorrow with hopefully tomorrow we might have an exclusive report from somewhere. We won't speak on it because I don't want to say I have something and then it don't come through. But I'm
I was gonna say, yeah.
working on putting something for you people, a rare and exclusivity thing. Oh shit. That is fucked up. That will yeah. So I'm looking and working on something for you people tomorrow. We might have it for you. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gonna make it happen a little bit, something like this. I am Beefy McFly, I am your guy. To the far, just sitting here with the standing there with the mat with his action figure is the Tycoon standing here, action figure down. You can get one at tycoon.com. Action figures for $59.99. Autographed 400. So and my guy over there to my far right. He might be to your left, but he's to my far right. He's standing over there with a shining head. He's coming fresh from the sets out of Hollywood and shit. You know, secretly working on projects, a voiceover man himself, formerly known. That's why he's formerly known, because he's formerly known for doing some things. That's the guy. It's all good doing it live. And you can reach him at formerly known on Facebook, formerly known on Instagram, but he's not on the talk of Tik. Are you on TikTok?
Not yet.
All
I'll
right.
be there soon.
He's not on the talk Tik. So, you know what I'm saying? Catch him. Leave a message for him. He's an eligible bachelor, ladies. Look at that. Look at that profile. Look at that smile. He's good. Look at him. The teeth look all good and shit, lady. That's a healthy man. You know what I'm saying? So he's ready for you. And then you got me, Stent Beef, the Commander-in-Chief, aka Beefy McFly. From the year, I can't even tell you. But you understand that the Grays gives me the things. That didn't make no sense because I'm kind of lit and I'm always with the shit. But I'm going to drink it back like a true, whatever you want to call it. And we going to do this episode again tomorrow in 22 hours. We'll catch you. We'll see you. And like I say, at the end of all these roller coaster rides, as we coming into this motherfucking ship and locking in and about to unlock these seats, thank you for the ride. Thank you for coming. Peace, love, and hair grease.